Hello, everybody. Welcome to Betway's Weighted to Win on this Friday. Just a couple of Fridays to go before we get to Christmas. It's already there. Can you believe it? It's unreal how quickly time goes, and hope you're all having a good time of this festive season. Nino Podesta's on the line. He's going to join me for the 8-race program with regards to the Fairview preview meet out in Gqeberha. We're on the Poly this meeting, and we trust you'll take a ride with us, and let's hopefully get some money into your account. Betway reminds you about paying your tax when you win, and of course giving you turnover on your tote, depending on how you play it and when you play it and how often you use it. The more you earn, that's a good start for your brand new balance. Right, Nino, good morning. Let's start with the first race. I wanted to quickly look at Betway's market, where they've got Pink Moon favourite 18 to 10. Number 2 on the card, and the one Miss Pryor is second choice at 5 to 2. I see that Pink Moon makes its debut for the Greef stable.
Good morning, Clyde. And just a quick word of advice is that I heard there's a very strong headwind in PE today. So people that are playing, please take that into account. Clyde, I'm very strong on Pink Moon. I think that the horses she's taken on in the Cape are much stronger than what she takes on today from a good draw. My concern is I don't know why Richard is riding the stable companion that's had one run, ranked 20 lengths back. Maybe he's contracted to the Cheddar Syndicate. I don't know. I can't say. But very strong with the one that last run was in an open maiden and the saddle slipped. So you've got to ignore that run. I think this is going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. And she's a confident first selection and a banker. And it could be the start of my multiples.
Start of the multiples with Pink Moon. Kendall Mini is going to be riding this 4-year-old filly for the Alan Greef stable, despite, as you heard from Nino, Richard Fourie taking the ride on the stable companion. And that's Nino's Bipot for today. Okay, guys, excuse me, let's get on to the second race now. And this is a maiden plate fillies and mares. They race them over 1,400 metres on the Poly for a stake of 75,000. 7 and 11 is scratched the last time I had a look. They not running here, and we have an odds-on favourite from the Gavin Smith stable in Her Royalty, priced up at 13 to 20 on the Betway market this morning. She's having her second start for the stable. She's out of KwaZulu-Natal. Her debut was a pretty fair one. She ran a solid runner-up position on that occasion. She was second, and that was over 1,200. Now she goes over the 14, which I would imagine will suit her much the better. Is that about correct, Nino?
Yeah, I think you're 100% correct. And I can tell you that that horse that beat it last time, Walk on the Wild Side, you're going to be hearing a lot about that horse. I knew about it first time out. It's highly, highly rated by the stable. So she was beaten by a very good horse, jumping from a 11th draw. She's much better drawn now at 7. She's by New Predator that's going to love the extra 200 meters. So I think this is probably the early double, Pink Moon onto Her Royalty, and I make her very, very hard to beat. And another banker and another confident selection.
Great, thanks, Nino.
Clyde, you got just for those that don't want to bank it, have probably Mandy, the ex-Canamea, that could improve first time out in PE on the Poly.
Okay, so that might be the backup plan, but Nino very confident with Her Royalty. There's his place accumulator. Got quite a few bankers in the PA, which is nice to see. And he's been studying hard for this weekend to get some money into your bank account. A place accumulator for 252 Rand. Okay, third race on the card, everybody. Pick 6 time now. And it's a handicap at the 68 level. Fillies and mares, so normally these kind of races can produce a bit of a shock result. But we'll get some inside info from Nino, and he'll give us guidance on what we need to do in this 1,000-metre event. Market, what's Betway talking about here? Well, Sharapova had a debut performance in Gqeberha. Fair run, priced up 18 to 10. That's number 3 on the card. Perhaps not the best of draws. We'll talk to Nino about that in a moment. 2, See You in a Bit is the second favourite at 22 to 10, or solid performance in her last start. I think the last particular run, the form line's been franked. The runner-up, Mediterranean Goddess, came out of there and won. And then, they're betting 7 to 1 bar the 2. So is it a 2-horse race?
Clyde, I think it's a 2-horse race, but I'm in the camp of See You in a Bit. look, just have a look. They dropped her from the 12 to the 1,000 last time out, and they put the blinkers. That is the trick. She improved in no uncertain manner with the blinkers on. So I think she's going to take a power of beating. As you said, she beat Mediterranean Goddess, who is in this race, basically on the same terms. I cannot see how Mediterranean Goddess can reverse the form line. We'll see you in a bit. So that is my clear first choice. And Sharapova, from that draw, I would have liked to have seen her over 12, Clyde, to be honest with you. But she's got to be respected. And the only other danger I can see is Jade Cabernet, who's 2.5, 3 kilos better off with see you in a bit. So she should get much closer to my first selection. And for those that are going wide, probably Project Runaway and Mediterranean Goddess could be added. But I'm in the camp of number 2, Strong, to beat the 3 and the 4.
Thanks, Nino. And there's the swinger recommendation. Boxing 2, 3 and 4 in this event. Okay, halfway through jackpot time now, race number 4 on the card, and this is a 1200 metre poly. It's a handicap at the 72 level, and this morning when we did the show at 10 o'clock, well, there were 12 runners lined up. Favourite here's number 7, Legal Thriller, with Betway priced up 28 to 10. Second choice, number 12, or number 10, Wordsworth rather, is 3 to 1 second choice. Number 3, Iguguletu, is priced up at 6 to 1. 11, Guarding the Wall, is 7 to 1. 8 to 1 about number 9, Swiss Vault. And then you can get 12 to 1 and better about the others. It does have an open look to it. Not an easy race, I don't think, anyway. Perhaps Nino's got a shrewdy for us. But I thought first glance open, Nino.
Yes, Clyde, I agree with you. It's open. If Legal Thriller fluffs his lines, I think we can get a result here. But that has to be the first choice. The 4-year-old with Richard Fourie up. 1 over course and distance, 3 runs back. And I don't think he's taken on a very strong field. But like I said, if that fluffs his lines, I think horses like Wordsworth, Guarding the Wall, who's got blinkers on now for the first time, and Iguguletu. Those would be my first 4 selections. But watch out for horses like Revilius and Swiss Vault. And even a horse like Graduation Time. So you either decide to go short, or otherwise it's a race where you're probably going to have to go as many as you can afford. But Legal Thriller is my choice to beat 10 and 11.
There you go. Well, that jackpot tells the story of jackpot 1 from Nino at 336 Rand a time. All right, race number 5, jackpot 2. If you want to get onto the second jackpot, this is your opportunity in which to do so. It's over the 1,400 metres. It's a handicap at the 64 level, and the girls come together again, fillies and mares. There is a scratching here, an early scratching. Number 13 has been taken out, so that is not running. Take out number 13, leave you with a field of 12 runners. Betway this morning, you can choose your price. 7 to 2 the field, really. Number 2, Green Light Dancer, 7 to 2. Number 4, Furs Marquee, 9 to 2. 7, Ice Cappers, 5 to 1. 6 to 1, number 12 on the card, that also Colorama. And you can get 7 to 1 about number 5, Breed Baby. 8, Pomodoro Magic, if you like a bit of that, it's 8 to 1. 10, Puff of Smoke, 10 to 1, and you can get 12s and better about the others. Another open look, tough race, not easy to pinpoint the actual winner here, Nino.
No, you can't, Clyde. And getting back to the favourite here, Green Light Dancer, I think that price is wrong. I think she should be more around 6, 7 to 1. The maiden win wasn't frank. She beat Million Voices that's still running in the maiden, and she jumps from a very bad draw. So I wouldn't be taking anything under 8 to 1 on a horse like that. I really don't. I give it a chance, but I don't really make it in my first 4 selections. I think this is wide open, and I'm not going to go on and on about this race. I think you need the field here. If I had to put my head down, I would go with Colorama to beat Breeder Baby, Furs Marquee, and Ice Cap. But open, and probably you're going to need as many horses as you can afford. I would even suggest the field here.
Thanks, Nino. And it does tend to get a little bit easier from your jackpot in the second half or the latter part of the day. And that jackpot 2 cost you 56 Rand. Welcome back, everybody. This is race 6. It's the Racehorse Owners Association Classified Stakes. It's over 1,400 metres. In this race, note that the 5 is not running. Being a classified stakes, you can get an idea as to what's best weighted in here. And anything between the 4 Below Deck and the 8 Lady Luck, they sort of tend to be the best in. But not far behind them is the 1 American Dream and the 10 War Launch. So it does tend to really spill an absolute wide open look to the event. Market-wise, now that we've looked at the best weighted column, that number 11 on the card, they bet 4-1 the field. Absolute Noir is 4-1. 4 Below Deck is at 4-1. 8 Lady Luck is trading at 5-1. 10 War Launch is trading 5-1. And it's 6-1 about number 1 American Dream. But I'd imagine, Nino, I can't argue with the fact that this is another open race.
Yeah, another open race, Clyde. But I do like a horse here that I've been waiting for since it came to PE. I see in the computer form they said ex-Snape. I thought it was an ex-Candice Bass by the name of Below Deck. That I think we're going to get big improvement from that today. Jumping from a good draw with Richard Fourie up. And I'm also looking for improvement from number 3, Strawberry Stinger. And then I like a bit of American Dream. And I also like a bit of number 10, War Launch. I've not added the favorite. You said Absolute Noir is the favorite, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I don't quite like that. But if people go wider, obviously they want to add that in and a few others that they like. But I'm in the camp of Below Deck to beat 1, 3 and 10. 4 to beat 1, 3 and 10.
Okay, well, there's some 9-2 about Below Deck. Yeah, Below Deck was with Snaith when it was in the Cape. 1, 3, 4, 10 for Nino's pick 3 now, by 1 and 2 in the next race, and right at the back is Bankering number 6. Okay, hi everybody, welcome back. Race number 7 on the card now, and this is a handicap fillies and mares. It's run over 1,400 metres. Let me give you an idea as to what's going on in the Betway market this morning, where number 1, Catch Your Breath, is favourite, priced up at 12-10. Second choice, number 2, You Win Again, is at 11-2. And number 10, Flower Festival, is at 6-1. 7-1 about number 12, Rainbird, and 10-1 and better about the others. Betway just reminding you about all the good offerings they give you around paying your tax when you win. So you get 100% of your winnings and not 94% or whatever the case may be. And also they top up your account based on your turnover when you bet with them. You start with a brand new balance, well, an inflated balance in any event. All right, Nino, so we're cutting it down, I would take it. How do you rate Catch Your Breath?
Yeah, I rate him quite highly, Clyde. And you know what? I did the selections last night, and I was a bit of a concern dropping from the 16 to the 14. But when I heard this morning that there's going to be a very strong headwind, now Catch Your Breath becomes a very, very strong selection for me, because I think this strong headwind is going to make it very difficult, and it's going to make the distance a bit more tougher. So I'm not concerned now of the 1,400. I think those that want to bank a Catch Your Breath, I think they can do so. I backed him up last night with You Win Again, that beat Red Sash, and that form has been franked. We know that Red Sash has come out and won 2 in a row after that, if I'm not mistaken. So that's very strong form line. But Richard gets off You Win Again to ride Catch Your Breath. And the other fact is that You Win Again has been rested for almost 5 months. So he might need a run. But knowing that there's a strong headwind, I am now strong in the camp of Catch Your Breath.
Okay, it'll be interesting, as Nino says. Only the 1,400 is all he's worried about, but with the prediction that there's going to be a very powerful headwind, it does all appear to be in Catch Your Breath's favour. He's taking the double because he does have respect here for 2 You Win Again, so 1 and 2 here into the 6 at the back, the last race today. Okay, our 8th and final race on the card now, out in Gqeberha, Port Elizabeth. and we're at Fairview on the Poly. They race him this event over 1,900 metres, and this horse Roll of the Dice, since he stepped into the province, has been unbeatable. With the Cliffy Miller stable now, he'll be ridden by Marco van Rensburg. He's well drawn. Nino Podesta, our online tipster, has been guiding us into this horse throughout the afternoon because most of his exotics are running in with us as banker at the back, and he does look like he'll take a power of beating. For some, he might be easy to back because Betway've got him priced up at 22 to 10, and the second choice, Porta Plata, who's priced up at 3 to 1. Are those reasonable odds, Nino? I mean, they sound pretty promising to me.
Well, I think it's amazing odds for Roll of the Dice, and I can tell you now that for those that want to have a punt on the nose on him, they should be taking the 22 to 10, because I think this horse is going to start 16 to 10 come race time. I really do believe that there's going to be money for it, and his odds are going to shorten. You're not going to get 22 to 10 race time. And you know what, Clyde, just make it simple. My best bet on the card, and I cannot see it getting beaten today. The dangers are there's a few, Porta Plata, Pay Night, and a couple of others, but I can't see this horse getting beaten. He's taken to the Poly like a duck to water. Won very, very impressively both starts, and it's going to take a very good horse to beat him.
Thanks, Nino. Let's roll the dice in the last race today.